Hi everyone, how are you? I hope you are fine and doing good. So today we are going to learn lesson number 2.1 and the topic name is polynomial function. Okay, what is the polynomial function? So if there is a function f of x something like a x to the power n, so this is known as polynomial function where a is leading coefficient and n is known as power or degree. What you will say? You will say degree of any polynomial function. Okay, here you will be getting a as a positive and negative and n as a even and odd. Okay, so what it means and how the graph will be changing with this one. So let us suppose that if n is even, like I have ax is ax to the power n, where n is even. What are the even numbers? 2, 4, 6, 8 and 0. These are the even numbers. Okay, fine. So if anything is like this and a is positive, what is positive? So what will be the graph? So graph will be something like this. For example, there is one polynomial. It is written in place of a 1 by 4 x to the power 4. 4 is even, so because of even, the graph will be going like this. Now here, how we will be finding domain and range? Check here. So you know domain is the value of x and the range is the value of y. Okay, and it goes like this. Okay, now you can see here, when from minus infinite you are coming to the 0, or from 0 you are going to minus infinite, you can see f of x is going positive. So same thing it is telling, when x towards x is going minus direction, the f of x going in the plus direction. Okay, same way when x is going in the positive direction, again f of x is also going in the positive direction. So I can say domain is from minus infinite to plus infinite. I can say from minus infinite to plus infinite, or simply I can say all real number. Okay, in the same way here again it is going with the 0 to infinite. So 0 to infinite, I can say it is all real number. Okay, again all real number, but it should be greater than equal to 0. Same way this time, if let us suppose leading coefficient, again I am writing ax to the power n, but this time n is odd numbers. Odd means 1, 3, 5, 7 and 9. If something like this is there, so graph will be like this. Here what will happen? With the positive x, f of x will be positive, and with the negative x, f of x will be negative. Keep in mind, in the odd one, x is positive, f of x will be positive, and if it is negative, f of x will be negative. Here a will be always positive, make sure. So here there is an example, it is written x to the power 5, so a means positive one, yes, and n means how much? 5. So this is odd and this is positive. Okay, so same thing. So domain will be, you will be writing all the minus infinite to plus infinite, it is going, means all the real number, and here again from minus infinite to plus infinite, range will be also there. Okay, so I have told you about presently when the leading coefficient is positive. When the leading coefficient will be negative, what will happen? So the graph will immediately change. Okay, how it will change? Look here. So in this one, for example, when it was even, you can see the graph was going up. So here the graph will go down. If graph is going down, so same thing will happen. See, domain will be minus infinite to plus infinite, means all real number, but the range will go only in negative direction. So you will say all real number less than zeros. Okay, so you can see it's written here, all the real number less than 0. Okay, here what will happen? If it is odd, same process will happen. So here for the positive, it was positive, but this time it will not be like this. For the negative, this time for the negative it will be positive. For negative x, there will be positive y, and for positive x it will be negative y. Okay, so domain will be same all real number, but and range will be what, because it is going plus infinite to minus infinite, so it will be all real number. Okay, so make sure that you have got two things, that if it is odd, okay, odd whatsoever be the situation, domain will be all real number, and the same way range will be all real number. Okay, when I was telling you that if with this one, okay, if you are talking about this one or this one, it is known as end behavior. What is end in behavior? Okay, so only end behavior will be changing. In the end behavior also that x will remaining same, plus infinite to minus infinite, only y or the value of f of x will be changing. Okay, now we are ready to just do the question. So it was the basic things. Now I'm going to start with the question. Question number 1 we are going to do. It is telling I want the leading coefficient, degree, and domain and range. All these things I need. So you can see 4 is the even, and this is positive because it is positive. Also I have to find the end behavior. Okay, so leading coefficient, how much leading coefficient? Leading coefficient is here plus 3. Okay, degree is 4. Now I will be talking about the end behavior. So I know x is going to the positive, f of x will be also positive. Okay, because I told you the graph will be something like this. Okay, if it is all the plus, and x is when it is going to negative minus infinite, so f of x also is going to be positive. Okay, you can see the graph. So here the domain will be all real number, and range will be all real number but greater than equal to 0. Okay, so this one question done. Now question number 2. Here let's start. Leading coefficient is equal to minus 2. Now you can see it is minus, so end behavior is going to be changed. Okay, next is degree is equal to 3, so it will be odd. Okay, so now I told you for the odd, if x is positive, y will be negative. Okay, so this is the positive, so y will be negative, so graph will be something like this. Okay, let's start with the end behavior. So when x tends to minus infinite, f of x will go to plus infinite. Okay, and x is when plus infinite, f of x is going to be minus infinite. You can check the figure. Okay, domain, I told you that if it is if it is odd, domain and range will be same, all real number, and range will be also all real number. I hope you have understood. Okay, now it is telling question number 3, it is telling example number 3 that I need the leading coefficient. I have to check that it is one variable or not. Okay, two things I have to check. So what is the variable? You know, any letter like a, b, c, x, y, z. Okay, L, M, N. Okay, anything written like this, so it is known as variable. You can see only one variable is there, N. So here what is the I will be writing one variable. It is in the one variable. Second thing is degree. So degree, because power is 1, so I will be writing is equal to 1, and then I have to find state the degree leading coefficient of each polynomial in 1 degree. If not, okay, so I have found out the one variable, degree, okay, and leading coefficient also. So what is leading coefficient? You can see there is nothing written, so I can consider 1 dot. So answer is 1. Okay, this one I am going to do. If it is not expanded, so you have to firstly expand this one. So I'm going to expand. So 2x will be multiplied by 4x square plus 3, and then minus 1 will be multiplied by 4x square plus 3. Further solve it. It will give you 4 2 ja 8 x cube plus 2 3 ja 6x minus 4x square and minus 3. Okay, rearrange this one in the decreasing order of degree. So I can write 8x cube minus 4x square plus 6x minus 3. Now I have got the polynomial. After polynomial, I have to find the variable. So you can see only x is there, so it is in one variable. Okay, leading coefficient, how much? So the highest degree I will be checking, 3 is there. So with the 3, what is the coefficient? 8. So I'll be writing here 8, and degree will be equal to 3. Okay, so this is our answer. Okay, now it is telling use the graph to state the number of real zeros. Okay, what is the real zero? So when you are putting the value of x in function, okay, and if y is getting 0, so it means that this is the zeros. Okay, how we will be doing with the graph? We have already done this one. So if any graph is intersecting x-axis, okay, we have to check intersection on x-axis. So how many times it will cut x-axis? That many zeros. So you can see this graph is cutting only one time. So I will be writing, see, this is cutting only one time, this is cutting one time, 2 time, 3 time, 4 times, and here 1 time, 2 times, 3 times. So how many time it will cut? That many zeros. So number of 0 is equal to 1. Here number of zeros is equal to 4, and here number of zeros is equal to 3. I hope you all have understood. If you wish me to make videos on a particular question, please write me in the comment box. I will be doing the same for you. Okay, thank you for watching.